Have you been suspended on eBay? Well, if you have, I now have the solution for you. Go to stealthstore.co. We are creating eBay stealth accounts for people, any country. Everything is done for you. The dedicated IP and phone number is all included for the first month. Go check it out. Link in description. Have you been having problems with stealth accounts getting suspended or having ad accounts suspended such as Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads? Well, I'll tell you why. It's probably because you're not using very good proxies. The issue you're facing is probably to do with proxies, and that is why I'm doing this video today. The average proxy provider will have 25% clean proxies at best, which is not good at all. You need something a lot more reliable, especially when it comes to something such as eBay stealth. That's obviously what I'm going to be focusing on here today because that's what this channel is mainly about, and I know my viewers of this channel really are interested in learning eBay stealth. I'm actually going to be showing you how you can test the quality of your proxy in this video as well, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using for a proxy provider and show you how good they are as well, and what I'll be using for the future of eBay stealth accounts that I do create. Before we continue with the video, I just want to say you're getting a really good promotion here. If you use the code Louis on checkout, you'll get an additional 2 GB of traffic completely free. So I definitely recommend you type in Louis at checkout, LOUIS, or you can click the link down below and it will take you straight there. So once you're on Node Maven's website, you're going to press start trial. Now I've already done that, so I'm going to press login. So you can choose what's good for you. Now this completely depends what you're doing with the proxies. So if you're creating stealth accounts, multiple stealth accounts, then you're probably going to want to go with the standard package. However, if you just have one and you're testing it out, then maybe light is good for you as well. However, I would definitely recommend the standard one if you're going to be creating multiple stealth accounts, or if you're going to be running multiple ad accounts, etc, etc. The more accounts you're going to have, the more traffic you're obviously going to need. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to setup here. Now, before we do anything with this, we're going to want to go on something called multi-login. Okay, you're going to press create account up here. Since I've already done it, we're going to log in. Now, the agent is already connected, okay? But what you're going to need to do is when you press login, you're going to see a download button, okay? You're going to press download and you're going to set it up. And then there's going to be a button on multi-login, which says connect agent, like this here. You're going to press connect agent and then it's going to press connecting. I'm on Mac, what I do is to press it again and then it would open up multi-login and it would then connect the agent to the website. So now this is what you're going to see. So what we're going to do here is we're going to press new profile. Let's call it Stealth UK1. You can obviously select the operating system. It doesn't matter. It will create a new Mac ID for you, so you can choose whatever operating system. I wouldn't recommend Linux if you're doing a stealth account, just because that's unlikely. Better to use Windows or Mac. I'm just going to stick with Mac. Then you can select which browser. Now, you have StealthFox X or Mimic X. Either one is going to be good to use, so I'm just going to stick with Mimic X here. And now here's where you can choose if you want to have the data saved on cloud or local. Now this is up to you with how sensitive the information is or how good your internet is. Whatever it is, you can choose local. I would choose local if you're doing stealth accounts, just because I'd rather have the data on my laptop than in the cloud. So you can press local. But now let's get to the important part, which would be location and proxy. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to want it to be proxy and you're going to choose HTTP, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Node Maven where we went to the proxy setup tab, and we're going to set up whichever country obviously the stealth account's going to be created in, or whichever the ad account's going to be created in, or whatever country, whatever account you're creating is going to be. Select the country here. So for me, it's going to be United Kingdom. Don't worry, they have all countries. So you can obviously select a region. So England, Scotland, or Wales. I'm going to pick England. And then the city, unless you know the address on the account, what it's going to be, if you can match it to that, that's obviously better. But since this video is for testing purposes, I don't actually have an account that's going to be created in this video. So we'll just keep that at random. But if you know the address on the account, which you obviously will, then definitely select the city that's going to be on the account. Now, we're going to select sticky because we want to keep the IP as long as possible, because obviously eBay track the IP, they're going to keep getting logged in and you want it to be the same IP address. So we're going to keep that as that. Never choose rotating for stealth accounts, okay? Never. Now obviously we're going to keep on IP quality filter. And now what you're going to do is you're going to have the proxies over here. So you can just copy and paste it here like this. Go back to multi-login. You can select your host and you just paste it in there and it automatically put it all in there, okay? Now what we do is we press check proxy and it should say all good. And as we can see here, it says the proxy test has passed. Now we're going to go to advanced, okay? And we're going to go to network. I'm going to make sure this is masked. We're going to make sure everything is masked. Now what masked means is it's going to base all the browser settings based off the IP that is connected, based off the proxy that's connected from Node Maven. So since it's from the UK, it's now going to mask it to a UK time zone. The web RTC, which is based on DNS leaks, etc., etc., is going to be based on the external IP as well, which is what you want. And of course, geolocation is also going to be masked on the external IP. So it's going to say we're actually living at the IP, which is being used as the browser, if that makes sense. And everything else is good, so you can just press create right here. Profile has been created, and then all you have to do is press launch, and then it will start downloading the browser core, the Mimic, as we spoke about at the beginning. So what it's going to show you is obviously the browser name which I set, which is Stealth UK1. And then as we can see, it's going to show the IP address. As we can see, it's showing it as United Kingdom, which I selected, and it's also showing a Mac user agent, which is what I selected. So as you can see, that is good. Now I want to talk to you about what makes Node Maven actually unique, just before we get on how you can actually check the IP's quality. Because we're going to do a live test on if the IP quality is good or not. So I would definitely wait and stick around for that. But first, let's just talk about what makes Node Maven actually unique. So as I spoke about at the beginning, most IP providers are going to be 25% quality, okay? Now let me tell you how Node Maven will actually avoid it being 25% through their algorithm. So they have an advanced quality assurance algorithm, which ensures that 95% of the IPs are top quality compared to the 1 to 25% of its competitors. Now this is so important because it makes it significantly harder for websites to determine that you're on a proxy, and obviously for eBay Stealth and creating ad accounts, this is extremely important. This is the thing that is holding most people back from actually being successful with the accounts that they create. The next is the super sticky sessions. Now what I really like about this is how any other IP provider I've ever spoken about on this channel, I'm not going to name names, any of them, they will make you purchase the IP dedicated, okay? Separate IPs, so you'll pay, for example, $25 a month per IP. Whereas this, you have unlimited IPs, sort of, depending on the plan you choose, of course, with the traffic you're going to use. But Node Maven has super sticky sessions, so you can actually stay with the same IP without having to buy a dedicated IP. That's what I really like, and you know it's going to be 95% clean as well. So we're going to use something called Pixel Scan, because as mentioned earlier, I said that each IP has a quality score. The lower the quality score, the more likely you're going to get banned on sites such as eBay or Facebook ads, etc., etc. So you want the highest quality score possible, so these websites cannot detect that you're using a proxy, basically, because using a proxy on most websites is against TOS. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the proxy that I actually used for this profile. So the proxy is checking, and as we can see, it's got a risk score of 0% and it's got a 100% success rate with a quality level of pi. Now that is what you want. If you go onto other websites and use other proxies, you're not going to get high. You're going to get low almost every single time. As I've said, I've literally been looking for proxy providers, and most of them are always such low quality levels every time. This is actually the first time I've purchased a proxy from somewhere and I've been getting high quality levels, which is insane if you really think about it. I've never seen this in all my time with stealth accounts, and I'm successful in eBay Stealth. So imagine how much better it's going to be with a high quality level proxy. It's going to make a massive difference. Now that is it for this video. Please remember, if you want to get 2 GB of free traffic with Node Maven, then please make sure to use the code Louis on checkout, or use the link down below, which will make it a lot easier. It's in the pinned comment and also the description. Thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your day.